Whoops. It's not quite what we wanted. Whoa, hey. All kinds of fun stuff. Let's do this one. Welcome to Copper Owl Coins.
Say my name.
Copper Owl.
You're
Doggone
right.
Okay, now we can go. So how is everybody today? I have to watch the chat a little more closely because nothing's quite what I'm used to on my regular setup. So anyhow, well, I'm going to try and do a little bit of a stream without the benefit of coins to sell, give away, open, what have you. I have a couple coins we can look at, but not too many. I bought 3 of them out here at a local coin shop. I'm not sure. I don't have a scope to put them under or anything like that. But yeah, let's hear more about the fun show and how if anybody made it, and if you did, what kind of finds did you have? I'd be glad to hear a little bit more about that. Foster's Funds, I hope you get to feeling better. I'm still on the road out in California on a work assignment. Not a lot of show and tell, Jim. Not a lot. But we'll get around to that. I've kind of got some Jaguars and Bills football over here on the hotel TV muted, but I can see what's going on. Looks like a pretty good game. Of course, this year I don't have a lot of rooting interest in any one team, but anyway, I'll probably be clearing my throat. I'm just like perpetually congested these days, so I think I'm allergic to air. So go Cowboys, get a defense. Yeah. You got a 31S and a 14D. I assume those would be wheat cents. Those would be really good ones to get. Anybody that needs a complete collection would be looking for those. So that's pretty cool. If anybody wants to, come up to the, let's see. Yeah, thanks, Jim. Yeah, it's a different land out here for sure. But I had a big breakfast this morning in the hotel lobby. It's not too bad. It'll fill a spot for a while, but that probably just means that I'll get through all this, and by the time Coin and Around comes on, I will probably be looking to have a nice dinner tonight. So had to do laundry last night because I only brought so many days worth of clothes, and now that I'm needing to have extra, I was planning I was going to need to do them anyway. For a 8-day trip, I only brought 4 days worth of clothes so I could wash once and pack half as much, travel in a carry-on bag instead of a check bag. So that's one thing. So see you Wednesday. I'll be on chat. I will not be home Wednesday. Right now the plan is my itinerary still shows that I'd be flying home Wednesday, but given how we've run into some complications on the project and all, I kind of doubt that Wednesday, me coming home, it's probably going to be more like a Friday. No, it's okay. I'm supposed to be coming home Wednesday, but we're still going to keep it family friendly here today. It's kind of weird, I hear housekeeping out there going door to door and getting things done, and I've got my sign out to not bother me, but we'll see if they probably won't do anything, but it is kind of funny to hear them going door to door out there, and here I am talking. It sounds like I'm talking to myself in this in this hotel room all by myself. But anyway, my work computer kind of blurs the background, so that's why you're kind of seeing what you're seeing. Yes, it is a nice hat, Scott Christensen. I do like it. Scott knows why. Well, hello, everybody. 28 of you are here. I would not have a clue how many likes we have. I guess I should go and open up a separate screen here. I don't know if I go away when I move screens or not. I don't think so. And I don't know why Google just switched me to a different settings. It's just strange. Well, I usually go with the darker settings because they're just easier on my eyes, but apparently now it's on the white settings, and I never told it to do that. So, okay. Let me at least move over and try to. There, we got that muted. So 33 thumbs up already. I'll make it a 34th. I think I can get the Chiefs are moving across the state line over to my side where Kansas. They'll probably be up near the Kansas Speedway. So you'll have a independent league baseball stadium there. You'll have a NASCAR speedway, and now the Chiefs. So it'll be the place to be. What will be very interesting is how that volume of traffic gets in and out of there. I would imagine, just eyeballing it in my mind, it'll be a little bit hairy. There's multiple ways ins and out, but there's one highway, and I would not be surprised if traffic gets backed up onto the highway. Several 2-lane roads nearby, but then they kind of quickly become 1-lane roads. So we shall see. So Raven showed up at the fun show. Nice. Was he set up or was he there just attending? Be curious about that. So let's say hi to a few people. We got Jim Thompson, Elizabeth Flood, Lisa D, Lester Exton, Deadhead's Coin over there, Sam Seeby. Yep, practice field will be off 10 Highway in Ridgeview, so we'll be watching that construction on my way into work. Coins and Base says, yo. Joseph Lopez says he heard the fun show was a flop because not too many people showed up. Interesting. Tim Ivins, good to see you. We had Coining Around in here. We had, who else? We have Brian Robeson. Good to see you. Chris Helms. So the Super Bowl is on my birthday and Cowboys home watching again. Yep. Hey, at least the Miami Hurricanes get to play at home this year on their for a national championship against, of all teams, the Indiana Hoosiers. Who had the Indiana Hoosiers as a football power this year? Don't know about that one. Seems like they are specifically using the NIL to their advantage, but hey, that's the rules we have, so go for it, I guess. Hunter Boucher, good to see you. Michael Rose, hey, missed your comment earlier. KCB. Scrap Metal Racing, Foster's Finds. Colonel's Collecting and Detecting, good to see you. We had Chew in here. It looks like most everybody that I've seen in the chat. Might have a few people lurking, so Let me get down to the new comments here. Got some Feastables bar, right? Paul Brennan, hey, Happy New Year, brother Al. Absolutely, man. I hope you're doing well up there, staying warm. My time in Scouts is kind of wrapped up. I stayed a couple years beyond the second oldest getting his Eagle Scout, and yeah, I'm going to Coinan. I figure there's no sense just listening to me and nothing in the background. But yep, number 3 didn't really want to stick with it. It wasn't worth fighting him on, even though I would have enjoyed a little more time doing that with him. But yep, we're kind of winding down. I stayed a couple extra years, did the committee chair thing for a couple years beyond, and tried to keep it afloat. Our troop basically evaporated, so that's too bad. Hated to see that happen. I really was hoping to pass it off to somebody rather than watch it come to an end. So, God, you made it no trouble. Sorry it's so long. Good phone calls and good music helps out. But older we get, the longer the ride feels. Yeah, I am familiar with that thought. Yeah, very much so. My 2 oldest boys got their Eagle Scout. I was hoping for 3 for 3, but hey, I was never a scout. So the time I got to spend with them as an adult, learning about scouting and eventually helping lead some things, was very rewarding for me. Why can I not? Hold on. There, we'll put that back up there. I'm not used to doing a lot of this in StreamYard. I usually run the OBS through StreamYard, and that's what I'm used to being able to do. Heard some college football players making $500,000 playing. I've heard of some making $3 and $4 million playing. There's actually a, I think maybe the quarterback for Texas Tech or somebody in the next year. Their NIL deal was larger this year than Shadur Sanders' 5th round rookie contract with the Cleveland Browns. So that should tell you something. My youngest was a Brownie, then Girl Scout. Nice, Lisa. I hope she went far in that. Hey, oldest Cauldron, good to see you. I think I will turn on a little bit of music on the low setting. While we're doing that, a little something for the NFL playoffs here.
You guys, Creed, give me the ball right now.
Michael,
give it to me.
Ryan.
Fumble! All right, hey, Woo! Hike!
What can you do about that? It looks like Jacksonville is on about the 6-yard line. 4th quarter. Down 3. And no gain there. All right. Catch back up with some of the chat here. Was in Brownies, tried Girl Guides. Their meetings were at night. I had no ride there. Had to stop. Gotcha. Let's see. What was that? The Bears? Browns are $12 million over the cap and no starting offensive lineman under contract. That will make for some chaos. Looks like Jacksonville just scored, so they're ahead of the Browns. Or not the Browns, but the Bills. Why will this not let me scroll up? Go Bears, great game last night. That was good. Yep, Coin Around was on the road for a long time on Friday. We checked in with him probably not too long after he got to Mr. Worley's house. I did finally complete my graded slab piece dollar set. That 34S in MS61 was a bit pricey. Ouch. I bet so. Let me do a quick lookup on something like that, and we'll see. You have to let me know if that music was too loud or not. It's kind of mellow. 34S in MS61 is a piece dollar. Looks like the early markets have not opened up on precious metals yet. We've got silver at $79.95 an ounce and gold at $45.09.52 an ounce. Those are some big numbers, guys. Don't know what else to say there. AG Iowa Vet and Fire. How's it going? Good to see you. Hey, Mark Spafford. Let's see, dollars, piece dollar, 34S in MS61. Yeah. That was pricey. It's really low. It seems like it's almost too loud for me, but let me go over and see. Got it at 17. I'll bring it up to 20. See how that goes. Good. Came over to hang. Yep, that's kind of all we're doing today. I'm not sure how long we'll be doing it. Just because, you know, it's it's just hard. Yeah, I never just do a hang for a long time, so we'll see how it goes. I go over here and check the likes out and see where we're at. Need your help, or I need your help. I need to find a company that will pay spot for an unlimited quantity of silver. The dealer in my area wants to pay me $10K to find one. I'm not sure that I have any knowledge of who could help you with that, unfortunately, Joseph. So I hate to tell you that, but that does not sound like something that I'm going to be much use to you on. Let me recycle this. We got 37 likes now. That's cool. There's a Poppy Princess, then on to Vice President, Junior Auxiliary, a district that took a lot of time. Gave up Girl Scouts. She focused a lot with pets for pets, fun, raisers, and getting word out. Nice. Very cool. Hey, Moon over Miami. Good to see you. If anybody's interested in coming up on the chat or the screen with me, I'll put it out in the chat. We'll see how that goes. Always welcome a little company to talk things through. Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, to get somebody to pay spot, I mean, that would be really, really difficult. You got to realize that if if it's this high and they can maybe get spot for it, they're not going to pay spot for it. Some might be charging a little over spot. I mean, at this price, a little bit higher is not as severe as the same amount over spot at a much lower price. So it's not as severe, but the spot price being what it is, and we're talking double or even triple where it was not that long ago. It's quite a difficult thing to deal with if you're in the buying market. I honestly, for personal stuff, I've kind of taken a turn to look more at copper. As copper owl. At least for the time being. I'm getting some messages here. Yeah, my son in the Navy came home and over Christmas, and one of my sons got sick not long after. Turned out to be a fairly contagious illness. I'm out of town. I haven't felt it, but who knows? Maybe I will. It's got like a 4-week period where you could be contagious without even knowing it. So we're hoping that my son in the Navy doesn't catch it, but he's got a couple of signs that might not be what he wants. Yeah, that's true, Jim. With metals being so volatile, nobody wants to get caught holding the hot potato. Get it cheap and get rid of it for quick profit. Yep. Maybe I'm crazy, but when I get something, I hang on to it. I haven't really practiced a lot of like wheeling and dealing or making quick moves to generate income. I guess for one thing, my focus is more collecting and enjoying the hobby more so than trying to supplement income or anything like that. Basically, like the structure of this stream, my only real goal is to not go in debt, which does not mean making some type of big profit. Is kind of the opposite of going in debt. Really, I just want to do things in a fairly break-even manner, maybe just slightly positive on that, but price is doing what they're doing. The replacement cost of finding or of doing the giveaways and incentive silver for buying rolls has definitely been a challenge. And maybe that's something we can talk about during this stream a little bit, is kind of some of the challenges there and what somebody can do to keep a stream viable under something like that. Because I haven't changed my income structure. It's still $3 a roll for the time being, but do I need to consider a increase to an increase to maybe $3.50, maybe $4 a roll? There's kind of the give and take there. I've always been $3. I've always kind of been liked being that $3 option. It means in the when silver was cheaper, I wasn't doing overwhelmingly silver heavy things at $5 a roll. I always had it scaled back and appreciated more variety in the numismatics to be able to bring that to you. So I was you, I would change it. Yeah, I mean, it's something I'm thinking about, and honestly, by not having a box this week of specifically of $half, if we had a nickel box, we'd be doing that. I don't know about a dime box. There's just not that much to look at, but I know there's some people that wouldn't mind doing a dime box. I switched to mystery packs of silver with just a value on it. Okay, that's an interesting way. Best way to do it. If it's going to give you an ulcer, not worth it. Exactly. Pointing around. See, pointing around kind of looks at this in a bit of a different way because, you know, through the buying and selling and smelting precious metals, he makes a living. So, you know, we run our streams slightly differently. But in some ways, we do have to keep in mind some of the... Oh, yeah, there you go. Like RFT's method without the outrageous bit. So we may have to look at things a little bit differently, but we still have to pay attention to some of the basics when it comes to running a coin channel. You know, specifically one where boxes of coins are involved and hunting them, and you guys' generosity for trusting us with that, with the rolls that you purchase. And honestly, Foster's, the outrageous bids for a box hunt. I mean, when you consider the fact that he was getting $5 a roll, basically $250 a box when he was doing that format, a lot of times by doing the bid format, people are coming in way less than that. Like the couple boxes that I've gotten, I think I got it like 170 and maybe 175. That's not much above what I charge. But then again, a couple advantages to doing that is he's not looking at fractions of a box. He's not looking at 30 and 40 and rolls out of a box anymore. It's kind of like somebody gets a full box. And a couple things that does for him, you notice, is he's pretty quick opening rolls, much faster than me. But, you know, we're also doing a lot of separation so we can look for more of the errors and varieties. And so I like to think that that's kind of the added benefit of a lower price, maybe not as many goodies or higher value goodies for buying rolls, but I'm going to look for those extras pretty thoroughly. So, only 22 people here, man. We got to outlast Coin Crew, man. I'm sure he's got everybody over there, and it's not like I'm running like a giveaway right at the moment. I will run giveaways though. I'm ready to run giveaways if we need to. Hey, BH Ringer, good to see you. BH Ringer is one of our mods here. I'm sure everybody knows him. Recently just got up to, what, 500? I have seen that he did. I think I saw that he did that. Well, the crazy thing is we don't get a lot of super chats on the channel. We get a lot of the gifted memberships, which is really cool. But we don't get a lot of the super chats. Whereas I don't know if Walker has turned memberships back on. I thought he was going to. Well, it looks like the Bills just retook the lead with about just under 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. We'll be closing in on 5K soon, says Super Nick Molinar. Speaking of gifted memberships, there's one coming in from Coinin' Around. Thank you, Coinin' Around. He gifted a Copper Owl Coin membership. Thank you so much. I'd love to see who it went to. I may have to switch screens to do that. Looks like that went out to KJ in Ohio. Thank you so much. Yeah, 5,000 subs is really cool. Jim Thompson. Now you guys are coming in with gifted memberships. That's awesome. Let me show you that one. Thank you, Jim Thompson, for that. It's interesting. I don't see them on the StreamYard. Because that's what you're seeing on the screen is just what StreamYard shows. But hey, Nick, thank you so much. Go out, get ready, go do what you're gonna do, man. Let me see if I can pull this up on my phone so I can see it a little easier, a little more fluid. Foster Spines, member for 19 months. 1 till 20 months. You've been a member for 19 months. Look at that. I'm still trying to get to where I can see the recipient of Jim Thompson's generous membership. That was Numismatic Canada that got that one. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a member for 19 months, Foster's Fine. It's been great getting to know you. Well, thank you so much. They don't show on StreamYard for some stupid reason. I know. I had to get it pulled up on my phone so I could see it. It's me watching you, watching me, watching you, watching me. For some reason, my work camera defaults to a blurry background, so it doesn't really lend well to showing you anything. I wonder if it's going to do that for, yeah, it's going to do that for the coin. I'm not even really going to get to show you a couple things that I picked up. Seems crazy that I was, let me see if I can play with any setting there. It seems like it's a laptop camera thing, but I'm certainly not. I'm not blurring anything. If I were to blur it, it would be really bad. Yeah, that's really bad. Could always do this. Do that. And it doesn't like to show up on there. So I don't know what I got to do. Ooh, got a little man there. We wish we were doing this. Wall. A few pennies. Do that. Let's come back to that then. There we go. Green screen is on. The green screen is not on. I don't have any settings in StreamYard that, well, I mean, it is kind of now that I've got this background, but I don't have green screen turned on this. This is my, whenever I'm in a meeting or anything like that, it blurs the background. So I have, seems like I have very little control over that, or at least I just haven't found it. Yeah, I'm double checking and I don't have a green screen setting turned on. I might have to find a way to get into the camera. Let me see if I can. Video camera. Video camera settings. Let's see. That's not what I'm looking for. That's like doing a. It's not right. Yeah, it's not looking for the right thing. So, oh well. Moon, listen to me. It is not a background. It is. Let me show you. This is a background that you see now. This is me switching it to no background. That is the hotel room behind me. It's actually a hotel room. Okay. That's the green couch back there. You know, it does track me, but it's not a background. So, I don't know. So anyway, that is what it is. I wish I could get it to not do that. I was kind of looking for some settings here for a second. So yeah, Fosters, hope you get to feeling better. For some reason, it doesn't like to just move the scroll bar up and down. T-Rep Adventures, how's it going? It's the filter. Again, no filter that I know of. It is the setting of the camera. Yeah, that's what I was kind of looking for, but I'm not finding it. Maybe I can look here. See if there's default settings here. I might have found some of those settings. It does have background effects turned on. There we go. Now it looks very sharp. So I think I finally found it. I have to turn the tracking off. I don't know. The tracking's kind of cool. It's a little weird, but it's kind of cool. What's crazy is this light source that's coming in from right here. You'll notice it's not like whiting me out here. It's the hotel desk lamp that I've moved it to where it's pointing up a little more like one of those ring lights. But I took one of the napkins from down in the kitchen area and I just happened to have like 3 plastic forks up here. So I kind of spread it up across the outlet side of the lamp And I took a fork, and in between a couple of the times I pushed it through the napkin so that it would wedge up against the ring of the light shade. And so I created my own little like napkin filter. It took some of the shine and the white out that I would be experiencing if I didn't have that in place. So it's a little bit less harsh. I didn't have any magic setting to be able to make this look better, but you know, it is what it is. Let's see, does that allow me to show you some things now? Kind of does. So that's an 1820 large cent. Try and find an angle that it looks good for you. It's probably reversed, but 1820 large cent. It's about a G4, G6 condition. That's a, I believe that's a matron head, but it's got a lot of wear around the rim. It's had a lot of life. Nope, we're not bidding on it, and believe me, 20 isn't enough. Not even close. Oh, she's upside down. 1820 to fill a spot in my book. So I'll have one less spot. And then there's an 1839. This one is a silly head. I had to look up and see what the deal with the silly head was. And if you look at the very top of her head where the hair is at, and then at the where her hair comes down around the back of her neck, there's like 3 different styles that are there, and I had to confirm which one it was, and it looks like it is a silly head. 1839 silly head, large cent. Show you the back of that one, if I can. That one looks like it's been cleaned because it kind of has, it looks like it has a little buff to the finish on it. But I think I was in about $100 for both. Ooh, Jaguars take the lead again by 4 with 4 minutes to play. Good playoff game. So those will both fill spots in my album. I'd have to go back and look and see how many. No, I can do that right here. I've got my little blue book of things that I need when I go out and I'm away from home. Hey, Richard Metcalf, good to see you. I don't have any of them from 1793 to 1797, but I do have a 1798. And then I don't have 1799, 1800, 1801. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 9 of them that I don't have. I don't have an 1804. So there's 10. And beyond that, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to make 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There's only 25 large cents that I don't have. Now, even in rough shape, those 1700s ones, they just didn't make many of them. For example, in 1793, they made 11,000 of them. In 1794, they made 918,000 of them. In 1795, they only made 37,000 of them in the lettered edge, and then 501,000 in the plain edge. In 1796, they made 109,000. In 1796, they made 303,000 and changed the portrait on the front. The chain scent is a killer. Talk about expensive. Absolutely. I'd love to have one. 1797, 897,000 were made, and in 1798, the year that I have one, was the first year we ever made 1 million or more cents in a year, 1.8 million. Year after that, 1799, they only made 42,000 again. So I guess when you look at it, when you get something like a 1798 in your hands, you have now acquired what, 929, 930, 967, 1567, 1575, 1875, 1940, 23, 40. So if you have a 1798 in your possession, you have one of the first 4.5 million cents ever made in this country. That's the kind of stuff that, you know, I like the history and appreciate the history of things like that. So pretty cool. And the older you get, the less that number gets to be. And, you know, they're all made in Philly because there wasn't anybody out west to be getting them and bringing them out west. So all those were over in the Philadelphia area. And it, you know, does it not make you think of all the notable names in history in that area in the early days of our country? Who might have held that in their hand? Kind of cool to think about. It's a cool thought. Don't spend a lot of time thinking about it because you probably can't trace it. But it is kind of fun just to think about. Make you think, you know, that some famous politician holds out, or an early judge, or some type of somebody with social status back in that day. Kind of wild to let your mind go crazy there. So, Garrett, how we doing? Kind of floating in the mid-20s here. Just thinking 1798 out west was Ohio. Yes, very much so. So I'll throw the link to join up on the screen if you want. I'll throw that out there again. Not begging for anybody to, don't have to, but, you know, just in case somebody wants to. It was a cool thought. I think that of some older coins I have. Yeah. Well, those were the two large cents that I got. I did come away with a Indian head cent. And I don't know that you're going to be able to see the detail that's on it, but once I look under it under magnification, it had a little more dirt on it than I thought. A lot of them that age do, but it is 1873 open 3 design. That's about the best you're going to see it. It's got full liberty. It's got details in the feathers, details in the necklace, and about 1.5, almost 2 diamonds on the sash. I'd say probably 90% of the denticles going around the edge are there. As you can see here in reverse, it looks like about a VF to XF grade. Based on the price that I paid, I would have to go with the XF. I did a little bit of comparison to the photo grading option on PCGS, and I can definitely make a case for an XF. Even their example has some dirt, but as you can see, kind of right about there, when I turn it, there's a little bit of green there. There's a little bit of yellow right about there. I don't know what that's all about. And then when I got it home and looked at it under more magnification, because I didn't bring a loop with me, where the arrows and the meet the wreath down here, looks like it was, I don't know. Looks like there was some sort of abrasion, a light abrasion that kind of brought kind of that more raw color through without it being brown, but I like the detail on a brown Indian head scent. I mean, red will always get you more dollars most of the time, but most of the time they come under some form of scrutiny as well, and sometimes get that suspicious color. So it's interesting. What are these settings? Oh, cool. We can do that. Huh. I'm learning all kinds of things that you can play around with here. Interesting. So there, we can see that a little easier. They're showing up correctly, not in reverse. Interesting. So I would have thought those would be coming through in reverse like that. It does, Jim. That's kind of my thought. Coining around member for 30 months. Thank you so much. Look at that. He's been here all 30 months. At 1873 cost me a little bit, though. I have more recently been making an investment in updating the Indian Head album that I have. It's not quite complete. They did have an 1877 in a flip. They wanted $810 for it, which I will say was actually probably not a completely bad, not a bad price for it. Just do some quick looking here. I tried to have my second monitor, but for some reason it decided it did not want to work today. So yeah, I got on Amazon just before the stream and decided to order a new cable for it to be sent here to the hotel. So we will see how that goes. I'd like to kind of bump up the quality of my Flying Eagle sense too. Only a couple years there, and I have no hope of an 1857. I mean, they show up sometimes, but I'm not counting on it. Not counting on it there. The close 3 on that version is a little bit more valued in higher grades. So based on what I paid, the prices or the grade on that, at least they were saying, is about a 40. I'd say it's somewhere between a 30 and a 40, which is about $40 in value difference. So I'm not sure that I got a great deal on that one, but it is an upgrade to my album. I have all the 70s except for the 77, and that's what I was going to look at here real quick to see where $810 puts it. That's about a VG8. And as I recall, it didn't have a lot of detail on it, but it did look a little better. VG8 probably would have been about right. So I did not have that money on me. But if I had the right things to maybe work a trade, like I did when I got the 09S VDB last June at the Tulsa show. Well, it's possible that I could work kind of a trade and cash to get it there. So who knows? I'm gonna go check and see what our likes look like. We're at 52 likes. So let me see if I can bring up the screen here. We will do a 50 like giveaway, guys. Just because we don't have coins doesn't mean we're going to do a 50. We're not going to do our likes giveaways. We still gotta take care of the people that show up and make this fun, right? 50 likes with only 20 people here, 20, maybe 30. We're bouncing around a little bit there, but that's not a bad thing. So let me get over here and turn it on so we can do 50 likes. Let me see if I can get a wheel of names loaded here. It did not like. For some reason it did not like me doing that. I'm trying to log into my account. I give Google way too much access. What's the deal? Why did it? Well, if I'm in, then why don't you let me? Why is it doing this? I'm trying to figure it out, guys. I don't know if it's showing the wheel or what, but about 11 people in, minute and a half left to get in. I'll just come back here, and at worst we'll do like dimes and more nickels, right? Something to have some fun with. AFV, how's it going? JC likes Pam, how we doing? Good to see you. Lost and Finding, good to see you. Welcome in. Got the link listed down below on the static thing, but that means having to type that in. I'll drop that in the chat again here soon. Hope you're doing well, Lost and Finding. Haven't seen you in a while. Uh-oh. The Bills just took the lead with like a minute left. Heck of a game there in Jacksonville. Hard to stop that guy. Hunting and editing. Man, I wish I was doing some of that. Looks like we're winding down. We got 14 people in. Good luck, everybody. Let's pick a name. If it will let me. Okay, let's pick a winner. Maybe they changed something here. All right, let's see who the winner will be. Mark Spafford. You know what, Mark? Ironically, I have something for Yenny from last Wednesday night on Coining Around. So thank you for saving me some postage. I'll get both of them sent to you both. I'll do I'm not sure what I was going to put in for Wednesday night. So how about I just do like a dime and a war nickel and let you guys decide which one you want. You guys are getting a lot of silver from me lately. That's all right. There we go. Just trying to find the right setting here. Ooh, I could have done it that way, but that's reserved for the phone. I don't have the phone connected for doing something like. Gotta love saving on some postage. Yeah, not too bad. Let me write that down, Mark. 50 likes on kind of an off day. I will take it. Yeah. I can maybe do something like that, Mark. I haven't decided to like hold things to the end of the month to send them all at once. Because if I find myself in this position at the end of a month, then I'm waiting even longer to send things out. And you would be surprised how many people win something on a Sunday, and by Wednesday, I'm hearing, where is it? I'm like, even if I send it on a Monday, you're not going to get it on a Wednesday, so just calm down. I don't know where that comes from, honestly. But, you know, if you win something on a Sunday with us and you're getting it by Friday, I've been all over it. I've been on the game getting it done. Oh, looks like Jacksonville just threw an interception and Buffalo's going to escape with a win. More playoff heartbreak for Jacksonville, it looks like. And without the Chiefs in the playoffs to end the Bills season, the Bills have a much better chance to. But ACB, how's it going? BH Ringer, Michael Rose. Everybody's here enjoying a little time. I really do appreciate that. 25 people are here. Not quite the 40 or 50 people we normally get, but, you know, once something hits the post office, I appreciate that, Mark. Something hits the post office, all bets are off. That is true. Plus, the benefit of sending individual cards with 1 or 2 coins in them, you know, 73 cents to send those. Maybe it's 78 now. I'll have to look at that because I need to track that this year. Last time I bought stamps, they were, I guess they were here more recently. It was higher, so 78 cents instead of 73. Previous to buying stamps here more recently, I still had stamps from the 73 cent rate. So that was working for me. But yeah, even for 78 cents, it's getting like $5 or so to send a bubble mailer. So $5 I can send almost just over 6. I can send something about 7 times in the cards versus once with the bubble mailer. So that would be kind of the break even for me. So keeping costs in line would be more likely to send. Because I don't know how many people win 7 times in a whole year. There's a few. Well, remember when stamps went to 5 cents and people complained. Hey, we will complain anytime the price goes up. So, other than that, guys, I'm just sitting here chilling in the little hotel room, Hampton Inn out in Livermore, California. I guess I'm literally in the Hotel California. It is not anything quite as ominous as the song would suggest. It's when you go outside, it gets crazy. I spent a lot of time in this hotel in the last 5 or 6 years, honestly, since I've been part of this government program that I'm a contractor on. But yeah, summer of 2020, spent a lot of time out here. I think that summer I might have spent 5 or 6 weeks out here. Of course, living in Kansas City, COVID was kind of on the coast and came into the middle of the country. So living in the middle of the country and flying off to the West Coast where, I was leaving a county where I'm not even sure that it had a color on the county, but out here in Alameda County, it was very bright red. I have to have a song stuck in my head. That's not a bad one. Welcome to the Hotel California. That's right. I better stop there or else they'll get mad at me for repeating their words. I've recently had emails come to me from YouTube going back like 2 years. Their AI went back and looked at videos 2 years old on this channel. When I would do the wheel spin, I would have whatever default music they play because it was kind of entertaining to do something like that. And they were flagging that. Now, not the first time I've heard about that. So when I did hear about it, I changed away from that. And that's why we don't do it anymore. But to go back 2 years after the fact, really, and demonetize videos over like 10 seconds worth of music that came canned with a different application, it's kind of crazy, I think. So, let me see if there's anything I can do in the chat here. I don't know that I can create a poll or anything. General comments there. People. Link copied. I have here. Patty, yep. YouTube complained. My shocked look, yeah. So my option there is to go back and remove that portion of the clip, and be able to get monetized all those videos again. Excuse me. Or just leave it alone and not. And I'm like, it's 2 years old. Just going back and looking at those. Apparently the AI, but that's it.
So I'm not too worried about it. Luna is laying beside you and looks cute. Man, that makes me think about my little white dog at home. Is very much Mrs. Owl's dog. She comes over and spends time with me when I'm home, but I promise you, if I go home and kind of lay on my mattress at home, and I lay on my back, that dog is going to kind of cozy up to me and then climb onto my chest, with her front paws, and then get up on there completely, and she'll tell me that she missed me. And having the little white 12-ish pound dog do that, no problem. When the larger black golden doodle, I don't know how many pounds that dog is, let's just say 50, that'd be a different story. And if the golden retriever, who's about an 80-pound golden retriever, did that, no go. Enter 1 for a stream from the fitness center or 2 for a poolside stream. No pool today, that's for sure. It is cool enough out here that they have the pool closed. So, can't do that. Hopefully the music's not too loud. It's definitely loud enough on this end. William, how's it going? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put something and I'll post it. We'll kind of start doing like some poll type responses. A 16-pound cat sleep on my shoulder when I'm in the chair. That's a big cat. Shouldn't I be in a jacuzzi or something? Boy, that'd be warm. You okay with that? Wolf Tracks, how's it going? Good to see you here. All right, here we go. I'm going to put this out there. So you guys can enter this in the chat. I'm not sure how to run a poll from the StreamYard platform, but there you go. You guys can weigh in on what I should do. Now, I don't mind calling Grubhub and just staying put. That's a lot less hassle. One reason I'm a little bit inclined to do something like that is I would not have to change clothes. Right now I'm real comfortable in like some sleep shorts and a long sleeve t-shirt, and that is allowing me to conserve clothes to make it to the end of the week. I wouldn't have to change into the clothes and get out in that. That is the other benefit. I could just stay put and see Tupac's stream. I would order pizza. That is an option. Is there a third option? Grubhub and watch an old movie instead? I'm just geeky enough to want to get Grubhub and work while on Disney Plus. If I could log into that, I would not mind. Not a real popular movie. I haven't heard great things about it, but anybody growing up about the same age as me, or maybe a little bit older, remembers the original Tron movie. I always thought that was so cool back then. And then came out the Tron Legacy movie, and I thought that was just wow. They really did the original justice there. This would be the third one, Tron Ares. Not sure how I feel about it, but I want to kind of see it to have a full opinion on it. So. And I could watch it for free. So last time I was out here, it was in the movie theaters, and I was considering spending. The movie theaters out here are insane, like $20+ to go see a movie, just for one ticket. And okay. There you go, Wolf Tracks. That's kind of where I'm at. Tron Ares is kind of like a reset to do a different story now. Golem Row the Night. Interesting. I don't know if we've met before, Dolan. Do I know you under a different name or something? But welcome in. Michael Martin, I pick 4. Have a hotel party and trash the room. Well, you know. Now, summer of 2020, I could have run around this hotel minimally clothed and nobody would have known because there was like 4 or 5 of us staying here. If it if that won't cause you nightmares. Just found a slanted 4 penny. Interesting. It's like italicized or something like that. Dolan Roth Knight. You'll have to apologize. You'll have to accept my apology. I'm not quite sure how to say that name. Dulamro, something like that. Coining around, coming in strong with another gifted membership. Thank you so much. That is awesome. I will have to dive on here and see who got that. Can't I see the 59 likes, it looks like. Sean Leslie got that one. Congratulations, Sean Leslie. Thank you for gifting that membership again, coining around. I think that makes 3 of them total. If you're feeling frisky, people, we don't have to do them one at a time. I know it's not 99 cents. It's $1.99. It's almost like twice as much, but just think. Groups of 5, groups of 10, anything like that. It all helps. And I very much appreciate it. It is, I do a little more on the memberships, and, you know, if that doesn't set well, I apologize, but, you know, there is kind of a give and take. You know, I only do the $3 rolls, but I do the $2, $1.99 memberships. So gotta Gotta get a little bit of give and take there. Thank you, Jim Thompson. Hopefully your evening is good. We'll see you later. God bless you, and we'll talk again soon. To start. I thought I had more starred ones. I was trying to star them to keep them rounded up so I could go back and review them, but apparently that did not work. David Rubin, how's it going? See you. So we are about an hour and a half in. I'm a little surprised we've been able to do that. I don't have a lot else going on here. About some video clips. Let's see. It was a classic.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
You know, when we did 50 likes, we did not do this. And at least for now, we'll do 75 likes. I haven't made any official changes there, so this one's coming up. Hoping we can get that far. It looks like the most of you that put your comment in the chat on that kind of impromptu. Hey Exxon, good to see you. Put the link in the chat. I can do that. I think I can put the link in the thing. Showing Bill's locker room. Looks like a pretty happy place right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I see him in the basement. He doesn't have a good day shirt on, but I don't think he's had a lot of time to have a great day. Whoop, I gotta put you on here.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
There he is.
We are here.
We know him. How's it going out there?
Pretty good.
Did you survive the minus 21 temperatures that you were looking at?
Yeah, today it's 37.
Oh, good. That's much warmer.
Much warmer.
Gotta see what's our temperature here right now.
Hello, SMR Stars.
Smart start. Bills, the better team, won today. Yep. I mean, I should get out. It's 59, and usually where I live, if it's 59, the real feel, or it feels like temperature, is usually lower. It says the real feel is 63. 4 degrees warmer. What's going on out here?
Oh, that's
Now,
funny.
here's the funny thing. There's a cold weather advisory. What is cold weather in Livermore, California? Well, let me tell you. Cold conditions with temperatures in the low to mid 30s.
Oh, yeah. That could be crazy. Hi, Torchy.
If it's cold, if it's that cold back home, we're not even getting the advisory warmed up to put out yet.
Yeah, same in Poway. If it gets
Yeah.
to the low 30s, mid 30s,
Well,
yeah, it
does
it's a winter.
explain the big, heavy Steelers jacket, and when the temperatures are in the 40s, when Sadie needs to do some breathing treatments.
Oh yes.
Well, 40, I'm like, wow, that's still shorts weather, man.
What's up, Dad? Spare change.
Dad Spare Change, welcome in. Lost and Finding made it in. SMR
Here it-
stars. It's 2, but it feels like minus 12 with the wind. That's cold.
No.
That will make you want to crawl inside a second and third layer.
I want to see what the conditions are in Poway. Oh, Poway.
Oh, okay. T-Rep has sent me some email. I will need to do that. Hey, Torchy. See you.
75. Feels like 75. Hey, how about that?
You gotta like that.
And you would like those for your highs or lows.
Yeah. That feels more like late April. Okay, so here's the slanted 4 that T-Rep's been talking about. It got nudged over at the bottom.
Huh.
Looks like a slanted 1, but
Yeah, it looks like the 1 is.
or maybe the 1's in line and the 4 is crooked. It looks more like the 1 is, but
It looks like the 1 is. It looks like a slash mark instead of a 1.
yeah, like it's 1940, maybe 30. Yeah. Slanted 1. There we go. Okay, slanted 1.
Sign it 1. Yeah, that's
Gotcha.
pretty cool.
I think we call that the classic post-mint damage. Now what am I getting here? Exide sent something. Tried mailing that Second Amendment coin. It came back. Here's an error coin. If you're interested, let me know. Oh. Exile, I will do some looking at that and let you know. Bart Coven likes a certain number that I'm not going to say out loud.
Oh, really?
Not that either one of us is going to be all like.
But it is the best year ever. So
It could be, yes. It's in the running. It'll get you silver, at least on the $50.
I traded Robert Worley some native and Mexican jewelry for silver coins.
Nice.
Let's go.
Those are valuable.
I could always use silver coins.
It's funny. So could I. Did you get to see the 3 cents that I picked up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be mad at myself when I start a large cent book going, I had so many of them in my hand already. And the nicest ones Copper Owl ended up with.
They do look good in my book. I will say that. They're so. I mean, you can get one that looks like it's got a lot of detail, and it still will get like a very mid to low grade. So when you see one that's just exceptional, like Mint State, it's a eye popper. It really is. on the large cents. They're hard to find.
Yeah.
A lot of life on those. I feel like leaning into the 6+1 meme would help with making the channel more kid friendly. No, that would be kid annoying.
You can remove that if you want.
I could. Probably will.
Let's go. And we could pick up the pace on the music.
We could.
We don't have to have sleepy music.
Oh, but I feel like I'm getting like that extra sleep I haven't had. They look like walking liberties, Drone Shot says. What are we talking about? What can I use to clean silver that was in a fire?
Oh. An SOS pad?
Not a lot. I don't know
what's up, Ronnie Adventures?
Hey, Ronnie. Cool. I'm getting some type of owl gopher meme that, or emoji that doesn't exist. You were thinking SOS. William, you know what? That's not a bad idea if I had pizza tonight. That would be consistent with what the family's probably getting back home. Magic eraser.
But
don't rule that out.
But isn't the company paying for it?
Yeah.
How about some barbecued ribs?
I could get some primo pizza. But what's crazy out here is even like, like a standard pizza with like, 3 toppings on it or something like that. A lot of places is like $20-25.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Welcome to California.
I'm like, man, send me back where it's only 14.
I'm not looking forward to gas prices next week.
No. The place where I'm staying here, there's a gas station just around the block from me. I've been coming out here probably like 8 years now on these projects. I have never seen the cheap price on the little tower there that gives you like 4 different prices for the different grades and what you can get. I've never seen the cheaper price below $4.75. And the high one's always about like $5.75 or something like that. I'm just like, well, I guess I'll fill up closer to the airport where it should be more expensive, but is actually cheaper than that. I don't know what these guys are thinking. Like, you're heading east and there's no other gas stations heading that way. Well, that's not true.
It's not.
I left Cali in 2014 when gas was $5.25. It's a smart play. AI wants to know if I'm human before it will answer a question.
Oh, that's funny.
Just tell him you are not.
I am not. Well, when I left California this time, the last time I filled up, I paid like $3.97. So, and it's when I go to Escondido, over in Escondido, the gas seems to be cheap. It's not in Poway. It's always up like $5.
David Rubin says that's why he moved from Cami, Florida. Or California, I should say.
California.
6-7 meme is really bad. I won't touch it. You're right. Magic eraser on those fire coins is an interesting idea because I don't know what those things are made of, but they will remove a mark off of a wall, a floor, just about anything. It's like a literally little piece of magic in your hand there. Now, hopefully it's not a coin where you would have any like value over spot, because if it's that,
I wouldn't touch it.
But if it's been in a fire,
It's not going to. I mean,
from that
well,
point,
1890 cc in a fire. Granted, it's not going to be valued, but it does have the value of being an 1890 cc.
I seen fire coins that had drips from other coins that dripped on them.
That's not good.
I almost bought one. I was like, well, it does have extra silver on it.
There you go. It's above weight. So anyway, yeah, I would just, say that, if you know for sure it's not one of those key dates and anything, then use what you will. I'm not sure MS-70 would really break it down. That's really only for brightening a coin. And I use it very, very sparingly, if it ever. Melamine is what they're made of. Melamine? I have no idea what that's called, but interesting. I think that's what he's saying. The magic erasers are made of. You can buy sheets of melamine and cut them for use much cheaper than buying branded magic erasers. I'm not even sure where I would go to get something like that. I don't know what the heck it. You got to look at what is the properties of this thing that it makes things go away like that. It's so weird. It's a marvelous team up. It says show me. It's Melamine is what it's called. Okay.
What's up, show me?
Hold on, show me. You missed it on Ron's backstage the other night when you were traveling. I have not so kid-friendly name put up there that involved show me. But not a shot at show me, but just It's also the exterior of most hospital-grade cabinetry. Interesting. It's called melamine. Okay, melamine. Don't use it on food stuff, though. No. If it does that on like surfaces, I don't want that anywhere near the taste buds. Not on food. You can wash your food. You don't have to use this. So. Interesting though. That's I didn't know they used it on hospital grade cabinetry either.
Melamine is just like a hard plastic, almost like it comes in sheets and stuff.
Okay.
And a lot of countertops are made out of it, but yeah, cabinets
interesting
are made out of it as well.
Hello, pumping up always.
Pumping up. Let's go.
Is he pumping up this way, or what's he doing?
Pumping up the silver stack.
That was nice. That's always nice. I did keep kept at least 13 Benjis from the personal silver finds I got, and what was it, a couple of war nickels, I think, or a couple quarters maybe, whatever it was, but the large majority of that went into the channel stack because the price was very right.
Nice.
But I want to erase the microplastics from my insides. Well, it'd be really cool if they made a product like that you could swallow and it would take all the cholesterol with you or with it.
What? Isaiah Moses, how are you doing tonight?
Hello. I actually won the 4th annual year-end giveaway from Hunting Southwest Ohio. Nice. I did not get in and participate on that this year. I think that's 2 years in a row I didn't do that, but I don't know. I just got busy.
Very busy.
It was a very busy end of the year for me, and
I had a fireworks live stream.
you did.
I blew
Did we
stuff
have
up.
any unusual or unexpected misfires or anything? I didn't catch the whole thing. You just
No.
had a lot.
I just had a walk. It was a lot. It was a lot of fun though.
Pumping up always. What? I mean, if you don't mind sharing, you don't have to if you don't want to. But what was the year-end giveaway over there?
Hey, you're right, Torchy.
Stay with the owl, right? Yeah. It's what we can do. I came out here not thinking I was going to be working on Saturday, but kind of got to a slow start on Wednesday, and then Thursday there was just too many issues fighting one another on this project as we're trying to close it out. So I wasn't able to do what I'm here to do. Friday, the guy that was here Wednesday and Thursday couldn't be here on Friday, but we did finally get the programmer that's in New Mexico to work with us here. We ironed out a few things, but that all our chips on part of the system on Saturday, which I'm out of town, so I might as well just work. So I did that, but it came at the expense of not being able to make it to any banks to round up any nickels. Otherwise, I'd be doing that.
Yeah.
So here we are, just a chatting away.
Right down the auction item.
Yes. Well, now it sounds like I've got some type of a blower or weed eater running outside. That's for your list.
I do my spreadsheets the old-fashioned way. We write them.
I'm about to have to. My secondary screen isn't working.
7-0 San Francisco.
Oh, is it? Oh, I guess I'm on a. It's not even Formula One. What the heck is Formula E?
Have a good one, Wolf Tracks.
We'll see you, Wolf Tracks. I could watch Harry Potter again.
Again?
Oh my gosh, it's on every day here.
Gold. Crazy for Jim.
What channel the
stuff.
49ers are playing? Man, if I was out in the bars tonight trying to, get some dinner, man, there would be all kinds of 49er fans out there. I am in their backyard. Oh my. Ooh, the turquoise?
Yep.
Turquoise inlaid in silver?
Yep.
Sweet.
Crazy for Jim bought that from me last night. And Since nobody else made an offer or anything, awesome. So this cool silver necklace. Let's go. And a little ring.
Look at that.
Pretty cool.
What am I trying to find here?
If anybody ever sees anything on the Friday night hangouts, because that's when I usually show off. Friday night hangout or Sunday is when I show off my stuff for my garage sale scores. If you're ever interested in stuff, just
Yep.
you know.
Yep. Moon, the Bills won. The Santa Clara 49ers. You know what I heard was that the Bears are trying to get a new stadium, and now they're looking in like Northwest Indiana. So try being the Gary Bears, Gary, Indiana Bears. That doesn't seem like a good match.
Doesn't roll off the tongue right.
No. Gary Gorillas, maybe, but not the Bears.
Yes, it was. Terry Carlisle. It was Sterling.
Maybe you can explain to me, because you've been doing this enough. You'll buy sterling silver, right?
Yep.
And that's 92.5%.
Yep.
Okay. Coins are typically 90% when you find it.
Yep.
And bullion runs in the 3.9 range. So is the difference between 3.9 silver and sterling so great that smelters just don't like taking the sterling? I heard somebody complaining about it this week.
So I went to talk to I talked to my smelter. My smelter, they always pay 95% on silver. It doesn't matter if it's 3.9's fine. It doesn't matter if it's coin silver. It doesn't matter if it's sterling. They're paying me 95. Well, with all this crazy stuff going on, I called them up and they're paying 94%, which is pretty good. So when I went down to that coin shop where Shannon Smith hangs out and stuff, where I get my good deals down in Arkansas, the owner of that place said, when I went there the first time earlier this year, he was like, well, about 2 or 3 months ago, he was like, yeah, my smelter won't take anything from Texas. And he was taking it at 85% of melt. Wow. That's ridiculous. They're making a ton off of you, man. My smelter usually does 95, but they dropped it to 94. I gave them the name and number, and they're like, well, we got a lot of stuff. I was like, dude, if you got a lot of stuff, making 10% more would be worth it driving it out there in a U-Haul or a van or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rocket science. I mean, you're going to drive from here all the way to Texas, where you could just put an extra day in and make an extra 10%. And if you've got to load up a U-Haul, you're talking a lot of freaking money.
Yeah. It seemed a little peculiar to me that you would take coins and bullion, but not sterling.
And what's
as a smelter,
even funnier is like coin shops and pawn shops and stuff. They will give you more for coin silver than they will for sterling silver.
Yeah, that's so strange.
Because they know they have to melt the sterling, because no one's going to buy that much sterling. Coins, they could just sell the coins.
True.
As coins.
Yeah.
And usually people will pay more.
I had somebody ask, when you find coins in these rolls, do you take it to like a smelter or something like that? I'm like, no.
Need it for the channel.
Yeah, let's just take something that's 100+ years old and just destroy it.
No, and you get more money. Yeah,
It'd be like if loggers made it to the redwood trees out here and said, you know what, they're just trees. That'd be dumb.
Right. At least all my cameras are working, so that's good.
Yeah, you got that going. You got that set up.
Cameras are working.
I could have my setting that I had, but I didn't need to because I wasn't going to be looking at coins from the side like last time.
So show me
Exactly.
here in Grand Junction, Colorado. Robert Worley has found a pawn shop that will pay more for coins, almost at spot, than they will for than the coin shop will. So sometimes it's better to check a couple of places.
Yeah. I should have never brought up the redwoods. They already did that, Copper. Yeah, well, yeah, they may have initially, but they've gotten smart about it. They realize that these things don't just grow anywhere. Then Moon's like, make them into toothpicks. You could like what
was it, Bugs Bunny cartoons, or
a lot of toothpicks,
where they were getting the bowling pins, and they take the full tree and put it on the lathe and just come up with the pin and paint it and stuff. And then after they got hit, they got thrown away and they needed to make more.
Yeah. Just, yeah. Like that.
Just like that.
Looks like Philadelphia is on the move. Got it about the 10-yard line. Got a first down inside the 10 now. About the 6. I know San Francisco fans were all excited about having to go to Philadelphia to play. I grew up west of where you are, San Mateo Coast. Okay. People will pay a lot of money for redwood lumber. Yes, they will. Well, and then that one big one that you could drive through, that one eventually collapsed or something. High wind.
Yeah, I had my Jaguar through it on my way when I went up to the Yukon and up to the Arctic Circle in Alaska. That was a fun trip, but yeah. Probably, I want to say like 2 years after my trip. So like 3 or 4 years ago, I think.
They call that one General Sherman or something like that.
Yeah, it's big. They got one that's cut, and you could see all the growth rings, and they have like little arrows and tell you what was going on in history at this time. And it's all, one of them is all, Genghis Khan is taking over, and it's like, wow.
Wow. Yeah.
There's some old trees, and they're not the oldest. The oldest are in the mountains in California. There's one up there that's supposed to be over 5,000 years old. They're like a small pine tree.
Yep.
Can you imagine if a guy looking for gold back in the day? Man, I'm cold, man. Let's cut down this tree and burn it.
Yeah.
Not realizing it's like the oldest living thing on the planet.
Yeah. This thing didn't even burn that well. I think that tree is a sequoia. Yeah, I think that's right, isn't it?
I think so.
Oh, they missed the extra point by doinking it.
They doinked it.
Nice kick. Yep. San Francisco's still up 7-6 now.
The oldest tree on the planet.
Forget what it's called. It's like a
It's Bristol cone pine,
Yeah.
and it's in California's White Mountains, estimated to be over 4,850 years old.
That's a lot of range.
Although the exact location is kept secret. But it still puts out like fertile pine cones and stuff. It looks like it's freaking dead.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I remember it in pictures. I mean, how can it be that private of a location? Because I mean, if you just happen to be like out like hiking and you stumble across it, you probably say, "Wait a minute, isn't that one that?"
Man, it's crazy how it looks like it's like twisting.
Yeah. It never looks like it's got any pine cones on it. Just think about making pine cones for 4,800 years, man. That's a lot of kids.
Oh.
Oh. Well, there we go. Why do they always? I mean, thank you for the picture and that. But why does everybody take a picture in the fall or the winter on that thing?
It's probably has a really short.
Yeah.
It's probably mostly like that, like 3/4 of the year. It's probably like this, maybe 1/4 of the year. It's crazy.
Probably like 2 weeks in March.
That's the oldest tree on the planet.
Yep. That is not kindling.
It's not kindling. Oh, man.
Above the tree lines. Yeah, that's a good point. It's probably above most tree lines.
It is. It's way up.
Not the oldest trees, by the way, says Tom McD.
Tom McD.
Oh, do tell, Tom McD.
Huh.
But he knew what it was. We're doing all right tonight. Pando is older. Okay, look up Pando.
I think Google wants to argue with you.
Well, that's an appropriate name for it, Methuselah. Look up Pando, see what that's all about.
It's a colony of trees.
Okay. Are you a wizard or a treeologist?
It says the individual stems live for about 130 years.
The trembling giant is a massive clonal colony of quaking aspen in Utah's Fish Lake National Forest.
Yep.
They're the world's largest, heaviest living organism, covering over 100 acres, with 40,000 plus genetically identical stems connected by a single root system. Okay. So they're saying all these quote-unquote trees are all connected to one root.
Single root.
Interesting.
Trying to get to the root of the matter.
Its root system may date back 80,000 years. But individual stems, i.e. trunks, live much shorter lives.
Yeah, about 130.
Okay. Interesting. Well, if they think I think if they have to work so hard to call it one tree, one root system, I don't know. So going by the age of the colony, it's a lot older.
The roots are. The trees themselves above ground.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's got the oldest roots. We'll give it that. That twisted little bristle pine cone thing is. It looks older.
It looks really old.
It is really old. It's Groot. There you go, David Rubin. It's just Groot.
It's Groot.
If it could talk, that's what it would say.
King Groot.
Let me see how we're doing on likes here. 79. Looks like we've hung out long enough to do a little something like this. All right, guys. Let's go over and start a new one here. 75 likes is underway. A few people were eager to get in on that. If you said in the chat that we were at 75 and I missed it, I'm sorry. Let's see how many we increase over 19 here.
Oh, that never happened.
8 hours to go to get home from the fun show. Says, who's your stacker? He's a doppelganger of mine. It's really crazy. One of these times we got to get him up here and kind of do the side-by-side.
Who's your daddy stacker?
You guys will see what we're talking about. Now, how Keith mixed this up, I have no idea because I stand about a head taller. He was quite overheated and looked like he needed a break once we got to Grove, and he made that confusing statement. I would think Point Crew's got to be getting close to being done sometime soon. Maybe we'd inherit some people from over there. CDG, welcome in. Jimmy Licari made it in.
Jimmy.
DDGD Minnick. Josh Staples. Thanks for coming back by, Josh Staples. David Carlisle.
Josh Staples.
Martin's Treasure Hunting. Hey,
Martin's
we're up
Treasure
7. Terry Carlisle. So I know we're running a giveaway, but what would you guys think about a few little tweaks on future live streams? One thing I've been kicking around, I think it might have a little bit of, I don't know. We'll see what you guys think about it. I wish we had 50 people in here to let me know, but we'll go with you guys. Kelshaw Gary, how are we doing?
That would be Enforcer.
Hello from the hospital, he says.
Enforcer, you were just in the rehab. You're not supposed to go back to the hospital. You're supposed to go from the rehab to home. Quit doing stuff opposite.
He said, hello again. So the idea I'm throwing around, well, Dad, spare change there. That's one thing I've been thinking about, like about a half dozen little things to tweak it. Start giveaways at 75 instead of 50. My thinking was we do them at 50 and 100. I'm trying to think of ways that if the name game is really what we want to do, and then like on the EOS, typically we start that off with something off the wheel. Well, I was thinking, well, all the additions could come off of the wheel spins that we do, but I might start it, the initial item that's in there might be like a foreign coin or something like that. But name games are fun. Well, this is a chance to let me know, hey, that's a bad idea. Yeah, if you really, it's all rigged anyway, said Dad, spare change. So, hey, we made it up to 30. What did I ask you there about 4 minutes ago? All right, let's go ahead. We've got 24 people in. I got to find out where we go with this. Wonder if they changed the format on that, because I had to click over to winners to be able to pick a winner.
Uh-oh. Did I put mine in?
Yeah, well,
Maybe.
you want me to put it in? You want me to? I can check.
I can look real quick. Yeah. Oh,
You're in.
I'm in.
He's in.
I'm in it to win it.
All right. Good luck to the 24 people that got in. Here we go. KJ in Ohio.
KJ, congratulations.
One. I will write you down. You might be the last 75 likes winner we have.
Hi, Lindsay Diane.
Yes. How we doing?
And PTF.
Uh-oh. Which one? PTF stacking. Okay.
PTF stacking. We're all right. It's not
I'm
after
sure
dark.
we had before dark, after dark, in the dark.
In the dark.
That's one you probably don't have. PTF is PTF in the dark.
That might be a scary PTF.
That I think we call that lost and finding.
Let's go.
So KG in Ohio, I think it'll be a dime or a war nickel, something along those lines that we'll send you.
Drone shots.
Yeah. 50 and 100 kind of feels like that's, and the making a move like that is not me saying, oh, I'm almost 2,000 subs and I've got so many people that show up, I can get away with doing 50 and 100 or something like that. Some of the larger ones go 100, 200, 300, but that's them. But this would be more of a just to be honest, it's a way to still give you guys some stuff, but try to combat the increasing cost. Spread it out a little more throughout the year.
Yeah, I might do my early bird giveaways instead of doing 2, cut it down to 1. Just give everybody like maybe 5 or 10 minutes to get in on it.
Yeah. I just hope that everybody kind of realizes, that, hey, we still like getting stuff to you. It makes it fun and all that. Certainly don't want to go away from doing anything like that or make it so infrequent that it's no fun to hang out for. But at the same time, we got to kind of deal with this thing that, it's sitting right below 80 today. It might be 90 by the end of the week.
Might be 100 before I get to the smelter.
Right. Which you'll take.
Thought today was Saturday. You're a day off, PTF.
Yep.
What happened to Saturday, PTF?
I did check in on your static backstage link to see if anybody was up and doing anything about 10 o'clock maybe. So it would have been 11, but nobody was there. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, so I sent it out, and Crazy for Jim showed up, and she ended up buying some jewelry from me.
Okay.
Rebecca was sleeping, and Tyler was visiting his family. So ended up playing Wii golf with Robert, because last night was Robert's only night off the whole time I'm here.
Really? You only there for what, like a week?
Yeah, his next night off will be Thursday night, the night I'm going to bed early.
Ah. You think you are?
Like, yeah, you'll be getting up, and I'll be going to bed.
Yep. Sunday all day, says David Rubin. And Foster says, if it gets to 150, I'll sell my shakers to Robert Worley. I wonder what the first giveaway given on YouTube was. I don't know. It's probably Mr. Beast.
What was the first giveaway ever on YouTube?
Ooh. He's going for it.
There's no definitive record of an absolute first giveaway. The users did small, informal ones, but Mr. Beast is famous for popularizing large-scale giveaways.
So I would bet that they do not know. It'd almost be impossible to figure it out too, but who knows?
It could be a channel that's not even around anymore.
Yeah, more than likely. So anyway, I thought I'd pop on at least today and let you guys know that not going anywhere. I'm just been busy and don't have a lot of control over the schedule this last couple weeks. I didn't really have the boxes to hunt last week, thanks to some just dumb mistakes made by delivery companies that I hope are getting worked out while I'm gone.
That's never a good thing.
Nope. But definitely, I've racked up a few penny boxes along the way, and maybe we'll hunt one of those someday. I really hate not having those, just as available as they were, because I thought those were kind of fun to work in every once in a while when we needed to, and use a full box of those to do like a little tournament type thing. I think people enjoyed those because kind of like the last two nickel battles that were like runaways, and then last 10 rolls turned out to be very good and almost catch up if they don't catch all the way up. And I went back and I put all that stuff in the spreadsheet. Mark only lost by 3, not 6.
T-Rep stoked. Yay, 1 Indian head and a bag of Wheaties.
Gotta like that. And Jimmy says I better not go anywhere. So, okay, Jimmy, I won't. Nickels are the new backup, though. Yep, they are. And I just need to get people to get those before they start weeding those out, because I really don't want dimes to be the new anything.
They're too small.
They are small. But
Right back.
I will be all about getting a roll of 2026 dimes.
Oh, yeah.
Those are going to be good looking. what was kind of fun out here, since I needed to get quarters for the laundry, do my wash while I'm out here. In the last year, I've had a lot of, I don't know, I probably did 20 or 30 quarter boxes. Found 5 silvers last year, not nearly as many as somebody and his mom. But 2025 quarters just don't seem to exist in the Kansas City area. And I don't know why. I found like 3 all year long. So what do? I give the front desk here $10 to get a roll of quarters, put in the laundry machine.
They're all 2025.
No, but I found 5.
Nice.
So I found the Dr. Vera Rubin. Maybe that's David Rubin's ancestor. But it's a Denver. First one of those I have. So that'll go in the book. We got Ida B. Wells. That's a Denver. I can't remember if that's the first one of those. I think I have one and need one, or maybe I have both of those.
Tomic D, 2026 designs. A lot of them are really cool.
They are really cool. Stacy Park Milburn.
Hi, Brookman Chick.
3 of those. But they're all, well, they were all Denvers. Yep, all 3 Denvers. So I've got at least 2 new adds to the book, maybe a 3rd one, in a hand-rolled roll from the desk of this hotel. 1 roll, not 20 boxes with 50 rolls in them. 1 roll. Apparently they're hiding out here. And the funny thing is, of course, they're not San Francisco's because they're not proofs, but or even proof like business strikes, I guess, whatever they're called. But I live closer to Denver than they are here.
Well, when the West Points came out, I was getting a bunch of West Points, and all the coins came from LA. LA gets a lot of new coins.
I wonder why.
And they're all from Denver. Usually all from Denver. I don't know what happened last year for them to send so many Philadelphia $50 to California.
Yeah.
But I was getting boxes of the 2024s. 2024s. And yeah, that really sucked.
Yep. Dad Spare Chain says not many 2025 quarters here. It's just so weird because some years when they release them, you can't stop them. Other years. Now, one of the reasons why there's not as many 2025s is there's just not as many 2025s. They still made about 1 billion quarters last year between the mints and across the various designs. But when you look at some of the design quantities, like the last series and maybe the one before that, they really went down compared to previous designs of the women's quarters. General thought there is that they were cutting back a little bit then so that they could really ramp up this year. Never see S-Mint marks out east. It's very rare unless someone dumps a collection.
Yeah, they only make coins for collectors.
Yep.
They don't make regular. Well, they do make it's like a regular strike, but you still have to buy them. It's only for collectors.
Yep. And Dad Spare Change, I have more $10 bills with me. I will be getting more.
Let me trade these in.
It's so weird because some of the people that work the front desk know me well enough that they're not surprised when I do that. But then there's always that new face. They're like, "You want to do what?"
That's right.
Hey, during 2020, when I was kind of first getting into the coin roll thing, I did that. I mean, I went through their entire drawer of coins, nickels, pennies, quarters, dimes, all that, and found my first war nickel, found a silver quarter. When I could get to a bank and get like 5 rolls of $50, I mean, even then, it was like NIFC, cool. There wasn't much going on in 2020 here.
Right.
I couldn't even go out to eat. I lived on Grubhub. And then I started thinking of, other products out here in this state that might need the same type of service. And I found out that a catchy name had already been taken for that. Did I sufficiently talk around that one?
Yeah.
It was $1 million idea, but it was not to be mine.
A little too late.
Now, the funny thing to me was that exists. That service is already in place.
Yes, it is.
I love them, but wish they would have done more with others. Which ones are you thinking about? I think the nickels are the only one that didn't get anything. Because as I understand, the nickels don't have a lot of change. They might get like a second date on there, like 1776 to 2026 is like the only real change on a nickel.
What about the cents?
The cents will be in collector sets with kind of that same thing with the dual date on it. Dimes has that redesign for this year only. Quarters, obviously, we will have, for the first time in a long, long time, since 1932, we will have a quarter that does not have George Washington's portrait on it. We'll have several of them. I think there's 5 different issues, and we'll have like a Mayflower and a Liberty Bell and all kinds of stuff like that. But then I don't know what they're doing with the presidential dollars. There's no new dead presidents, so they're not making any new ones there. Innovation dollars, I'm not sure what the schedule looks like on those. But, when you get around to a $50, according to how the Mint has categorized it on their website, we may not have new 2026 $50 in circulation. They may only be in collector sets. So take that, 2023. One has Washington's face on it. That's true. Yep, there will be quite a bit of change in the designs for this. I think it's this year only. What I'm going to be really interested in is 2027. What are they going to do? Is this a 1 year only, or will they take this opportunity to make a shift and make other changes? I've heard the dime goes back to what we've seen, but I would think that this would be like a really awesome opportunity to do something different in the future, because we've had that dime since 46.
And the reason he's on the dime is because he started the March of Dimes.
Yeah. So that one might be a little harder to go a different direction with. The nickel, I think, could use a lot of help.
So I am running out of time,
You are. You've got to get ready.
and I got to eat dinner and stuff. And
Yeah.
man, it's gonna be crazy next week. I'll have to eat dinner at 3:00.
I was thinking about pulling up Grubhub on the other screen and letting people help me make a decision on dinner.
Nice. Oh, that's
Wheel of dinner. They told me to get out and get a steak, though. It sounds good. And let me tell you, if I get to Thursday,
barbecue ribs.
one of two things can happen.
They'll still deliver it. They'll deliver a steak or ribs.
Oh, I know. It just seems like it's a wrong thing to do. I mean, I got to go see like the cows on the wall, and see the people in their hats and stuff like that. That kind of fills it in for me there.
Nice.
But I get to Thursday night. I'm supposed to go home Wednesday. I'm probably going to go home Friday now. But if we get to Thursday night, end of day Thursday, whenever that ends, I'll either have gotten a full recovery on what didn't happen this week when I was out here, and know that I've earned it. That steak dinner, I'll get a good steak dinner. Or I will be really tempted to almost be bald, pulling my hair out, trying to make things work. And I'll still know I earned that dinner.
That's an emoji they need.
Oh, doing this? Steak pizza. Hey, don't rule that out.
Never rule that out.
They may be expensive, but it's the only thing I might eat tonight and tomorrow for lunch and the next day for lunch. I'm your age. Eating at 3 doesn't sound appealing.
It does not. I'm not 90. I'm not supposed to eat at 3. But the live stream starts at 3:45 when I'm on the West Coast.
You're not even kidding there, man. We had my daughter had a viola performance with other string instrument students with her teacher, and they decided they were going to have this Christmas concert at, I don't know, it's like a nursing home, and they scheduled it for 4. We had all the tables pushed to the side and the chairs put into like an audience type setting. Oh, no.
They weren't happy.
I hadn't thought much about it in leading up to going there, but it was kind of like, okay, we need to knock these performances out, and then everybody grab a chair and put these tables back together as quick as possible. So, when you're hungry, eat. When you eat when you're hungry, plan accordingly. I was thinking maybe if I went ahead and set it up for like 3 hours from now, then I wouldn't be trying to figure it out while I'm hungry and getting it an hour after that.
Right.
So
I'm gonna warm up some steak that we cooked last night. I'll still be in chat.
All
What's
right,
up, teacher? And we'll see you guys in an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah. Somehow we've gotten through an hour and a half or 2.5 hours here.
Oh yeah.
Now all I got to do is keep stretching this out for an hour 15. I could finish on time.
The stretch.
If I finish long tonight, then it's just like there's no hope.
There's none. Absolutely none. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Peace out, Caporal. And we'll see you later.
See him in an hour.
It's funny because you're pointing to the wrong side on my computer. There you go.
Look good on mine. How about that?
That's good. You know what? Let me look on YouTube. Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah, that's the right one. Yep. Let's do it again.
Yep. Hard to tell.
Yeah, and then of course I have to point the opposite way because
Yep.
over here, not over here. Where
I finally got it set up at home to where it was like more intuitive for me which way to go, but apparently it's not that way on this one. Hey, I'm just lucky I got the fuzzy background off. So thank you, Moon.
Moon helped out. Let's go. All right, you guys. Peace.
Later. And then it was me. I say eat steak, go for it if company buying it. I'd kind of like to save that for Thursday night, you know, because then I'm heading home Friday. And I can just, it'll taste better after the satisfaction of either finally successfully getting some things on this project done all by myself, that's right, or if frustration mounts to that level, then it'll be kind of a, you know, back at you project type satisfaction for me. So I'll probably do that Thursday. I wonder if I can order Grubhub without totally giving away too much information. You guys could hang with me and do that. I'm going to reset the YouTube here and see where we're at. We're at 85 likes. We might get to 100 today, guys. We got a little more time for that. Let me bring up Grubhub. Looks like the Eagles have taken the lead again. Dallas Goedert was my tight end in fantasy football this year, and man, he's having a good day. Both touchdowns today. Eagles are really kind of dominating this game, but only up 6. So let me see what I can do here. Can only show one screen. Thanks, David. Yeah, my bank finally gave me $10 worth of pennies. Did find one wheat penny, a few 2009s, and a bunch of copper. That's better than a poke in the eye with a stick, Garrett. Success equals steak. Ramen noodles equals failure. I hope it's not ramen noodles come Thursday. I hope it's not. Let me see here. Let's see. You guys can help me. I'm going to have to watch it on the phone here, the chat, while I'm doing this. But you guys can help me make dinner plans here. Hoosier, how you doing? Well, maybe we won't show you this. No. Let's do that. At least long enough to sign in. All right, here we go. Right, Garrett Christensen? I'm not ruling out pizza, Foster's. That's for sure. I just might get really good pizza. If it's available, that's the whole trick. Let's just start there with pizza. Let's see what we got. We got something called Round Table. That's got 4.8 stars. Empire State Pizza, 4.7. I've had Mountain Mike's. I don't recall it being like blow me away awesome. Zachary's Chicago Pizza might be kind of fun. But Chicago Pizza in California, is that allowed? We're ordering dinner for about 3 hours from now. I am out in Livermore, California, Hoosier. There's Pizza Guys. I think I've had Pizza Guys. That was interesting. One of these out here, I forget who it was, but they have a really interesting, let's say the box that it comes in has some, I don't know, rather crude graphics or writing on it. It was kind of weird. East Livermore Pizza, East Extreme Pizza Livermore. That looks kind of good, but it's 4.6. Still not bad. Mello's Pizza and Pasta gets all 5 stars, but there's only 6 reviews. Maybe that's good. Round Table is good. I'm sorry, PTF. I believe in carbs. Oh, here's what it was. I tried this Gay 90s pizza company once. Yeah, they don't make it very subtle on their packaging, let's just say. Round Table sounds like it might be the leader in the clubhouse right now. For those that don't know, BJ's Restaurant and Brew House, they actually make a pretty decent pizza. Pizza Zombie, I don't know that I would ever name a pizza joint Pizza Zombie. That doesn't sound like a lot of fresh ingredients there. New York Pizza, well, they don't even show pizza for their image, so I don't know about that. Don't do that. That's right. Tandoori Pizza. Interesting. 4.1 though. That seems a little low. Hangout has pizza. $4 off of a $20 order. Not a bad thought. And just so you know, even Coin Around said it's good. There. PTF. I did, didn't I? Oh. Barbara Jane's Restaurant and Brew House. Just ignore me. Oh my gosh, that did not just happen. California Pizza Kitchen. That always seems like a name, but it's not one that I kind of like run to. Cauliflower crust. Hey, there you go, PTF. Yeah, Round Table I think is right now is kind of the one that I'm leaning towards. Parktown Pizza Company doesn't sound too bad. Pizza Express. Glad we could help, Lisa.
I don't know if that'll get us any more people watching, but there you go. The laughs are on me tonight. Special sauce pizza. Oh my gosh. Be glad I didn't go from the 90s to the initials to that in order. Oh my gosh. How could that possibly have lined up quite like that? Oh my gosh. Can we just go to Chuck E. Cheese and not really worry about where this goes from here? Sandwich looks good. Oh, at Pija Paradis? I don't think they spelled that one right. I get Papa Murphy's at home. Calzone Life. Calzones are kind of good. Round Table has buffets. Was it this sandwich here? The Pija Paradise? I don't know what it's called. Is it this one here that I'm circling? Got pneumonia, but I'm at home. Man, you're not the only one I've heard that's had that. My oldest son got mononucleosis. Of course, we also teased him about his friend, who happens to be a girl. Lasagna does sound kind of good. Stay away from all the goofy stuff. Yeah, I know. There's Gay 90s. There's BJ's Restaurant Brew House. And down here was the special sauce pizza. Okay, we got that out of the way. Just leave it alone. Round Table Pizza. Let's see what's at Round Table. Yeah, get better soon, Cammie. We're hoping that my son in the Navy didn't come home, get exposed to the mono, and go back up there. He's trying to finish up his A school, and it would be just terrible if he got that close to being done and then got sidelined with anything. With cheese bread. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Specials. Large pepperoni, grilled chicken, and bacon. Large double play pepperoni. Sounds like you can get a lot of pepperoni here. Yeah, we're hoping so. Like the Mercury dollar, some things will never go away. Oh my goodness. King Arthur Supreme. A legendary combination. Pepperoni, Italian sausage, salami. I don't even know how to say that. Linguiça? Don't know. Mushrooms. Don't like mushrooms. Green peppers, yellow onions, black olives, and zesty red sauce. Well, I mean, not sure what the linguiça is, or the green, or the don't like the mushrooms, but that might be a candidate. Pepperoni, grilled chicken, and bacon. Seems like the pepperoni's out of place there. Maui Zowie. Don't need pineapple. Montague's All Meat Marvel. Just don't even go there. Italian sausage, pepperoni, salami, and linguiça. Red sauce. That's their best seller, it looks like. Ooh, they got wings. Churro twists. That sounds good. All right. They only got 2 sandwiches, a club sandwich and an Italian meat sandwich. It's a type of sausage, okay. I'm not sure how you're supposed to say that, but barbecue chicken, backyard barbecue meets handmade pizza, grilled white meat chicken, bacon, cheddar, tomatoes, green and red and green onions. That doesn't sound too bad. I think King Arthur Supreme minus the mushroom sounds pretty good. What do you guys think? Supreme or all meat? Portuguese savory pork sausage. Okay, nice. I guess I could have looked that up. Got dessert-wise from a place like this. Churro twists. That doesn't sound too bad. Kind of a supreme guy. Okay. Linguiça. Okay. I figured there was a right way to say that. What am I talking about? There's a right way to say most things. Supreme kind of guy. We got meat. Okay, I got Foster's and PTFs. What do you guys think? Usually I like the all meat, but every once in a while I do like a little bit of the taste of some veggie type stuff. Any large pizza. Okay, if we like the Supreme, we'll come back for some basic pepperoni pizza. You go away. Oh my goodness. I think we're going to go with the Supreme. Let's choose a size. Holy cow. Extra large is $40, man. How big is an extra large, I wonder? Holy cow. $11 for a little bitty personal pan with 4 pieces. Just because I like to have some left over and I have the budget for it, I'm going to go large. Choose a sauce. We'll just go with the red sauce as usual. That's a good point. What is the... Let's go round table pizza sizes. Large is approximately 14 inches. 12 people for a large. Man, that's me. That's all right, Garrett. That's cool. Okay, so that's saying it's like a 14-inch pizza. Which still, 14-inch pizza for $35. That's a lot. Oh, wow. Look at all those sauces, though. Polynesian, barbecue sauce. No sauce. Well, I think we're good there. We'll just go with a standard red sauce. Choose a cheese. Let's go extra cheese. Make it extra cheesy. All right. I don't have the workout plan to get through this, but choose a crust. Okay. Ooh, I can get a heart-shaped one to just kind of, feel like California loves me or something. Stuffed crust? Pan crust, man. I don't think I need to have quite that much crust. We'll just we go stuffed crust, huh? Or the original. So stuffed crust or original crust, which I'm guessing is more like a hand tossed style. That was an ounce of silver last year. Right, now you can get 2 extra large pizzas here for an ounce. Craziness. Tell you, after this, we'll go back through a couple of the coins that I picked up this week. How about that? So, looks like original, regular stuffed crust. What do you guys think? Throw it in the chat for me. Do I go original? Tupac song, California Love. Original crust or stuffed crust? Put it in the chat for me. Gluten-free cauliflower crust. Nope. Only available for the small size. Thin crust pizza? Be boring. You already have extra cheese. Oh my goodness. David's back with original again, stuffed with pepperoni and cheese or just cheese. I don't know what that means. See, well, I'm trying to figure that one out. I'm going to get... Definitely going to get some soda. So go with Diet Pepsi. Where did my... Oh, no. Do I got to go back through that? Oh. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, we'll get caught back up real quick. That was silly. Okay, choosing a crust. I'll pay for it, but stuffed crust. This order will tell you why Tupac is skinny and I am not. Heart shape. Yeah. There we go. Okay. What's crazy is it's all for the same price. So why not? Now, it didn't give me the chance to take anything off, did it? It did not give me a chance to take the mushrooms off. I'm going to ask for the no mushrooms. Please remove the mushrooms from the pizza. Thin crust is goodest. Okay, they can charge me more if they want to charge me not to put mushrooms on something. That's fine. So we've got pizza and a drink. I think I'm going to want, for that, I think I'm going to want more than one, just so I have more. Add anchovies. It didn't give me a chance to add anything. And then do I want anything else just to kind of, I'm not trying to like overload, but just spreading the, when I order a little bigger like this, I'm looking to have like lunches the next few days too. So I don't think I need specialties. I need shareables. I think I need some churro twist. Caramel dipping sauce. Are you kidding me? It's not real big, so we'll do the 3-piece there. Kind of close to where I shouldn't get more. Yeah, I do have ice. And since this is a new place, I'm kind of like eager to sample, so I get. Oh, I do have the. I think the large will be large enough once I get the rest of this. Gotta do ranch on the dipping. I'm eager to see what some of this is like, so I can know in the future. We're going to go with that. And I think that's going to be it. Man, that's like I'm feeding 10 people. Yep, throw the utensils in. They'll never send it. I'm already at like 57. Whoa, my goodness. Now, the other night we did all-you-can-eat Supreme Korean barbecue. That was like $42 for that. But again, that's the only $42 I spent that day. Over the course of 3 meals, and that was well worth it. Okay, let's get this set up here. No, I don't need other stuff. I don't need you to run to the grocery store and get me toilet paper or anything like that. Oh my goodness. The driver tip on that, they only have $1. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move off of there. You don't need to see all this stuff. Just need to make sure the particulars are ready. Okay, get there, get there. Believe it or not, I'm still like $25 under budget for the GSA per diem. Couple days food though, yeah, right? If this gets me through 2 days, I'm $36 a day. That's like amazing if you can get that. All right. I'm going for it. Well, I guess it's going to get here about the time we're shutting down. So I failed to give it a time. So we'll have it for the evening. I can go to 7-Eleven, get beer and wine if I wanted. Okay, well, that was fun. I did not time the delivery, no. But hey, you know what? If it gets here within the hour, I've had like no lunch. So eating a little early will not be the worst thing. Now, let me see how we are doing on our likes. This is showing 89. Let me check here. $88. All right, 12 more likes, and we'll do probably our last giveaway today. We got about 40 minutes before Coin It Around gets started. We'll probably get out of here just in time for that. Around here, it's hard to beat Casey's for pizza. KJ, that's not a bad plan. Casey's, for being a gas station, actually has some pretty decent pizza. Get chocolate to take home to my wife. I'm sure she misses you. She would be more like she likes turtle. You know, the candy turtles. She likes that. The hard part is getting them here and putting them in my case, because my case is like, I'm squeezing that thing shut. Candied turtles. There you go. That's right. We're down to 29 people here. Get those likes in. We'll see some more people come in for that. But thank you for your help on getting dinner picked out. I'm not quite to this point, but give me another hour. I will be. Yeah. What is this? Okay, they are preparing my order. Nice. Does anybody have any birthdays coming up that they want to get shout outs for? I am good at work today. Are you being good at work? Or are you just good at work? Good at your job. Oh, good. Because after we get off here, I'll probably have Coin Around on and dive into some extra work I can get done today. So we shall see. But thank you for the, almost, 3.5 hour distraction of not doing work today. Always makes it great. Plus, being on the West Coast, it gets done early enough where I can actually knock out 5 or 6 hours of work and get a few things done. But right now, I'm trying to work on some training stuff. So if you weren't here earlier when we went through these, I'll go through them again. Yesterday, when I got done with my Saturday shift, which was unexpected. Uh-oh, George Kittle's not looking good. I got done with my shift at about 3. Did a quick search to see if there was any banks open that was still open by chance. Of course, there's not. Didn't think there really would be, but I looked up the local coin shop between the work site and my hotel. They were open for another hour. I walk in. I've been in the past, and I walked in, and they knew me by Copper Owl, which was kind of cool. The owner of the place, he's a different kind of cat, but he knew me, so that's kind of fun. I mean, not in a starstruck kind of way, just knew who I was because I've been in there several times. I bought some stuff from him in the past, but I went in not knowing what I'd look for, but I can always look for large cents because that's the one thing that I'm inching closer to complete on. If I were complete on that, that would be a lot of money, and it would be like incredible because I'm really close to being, I'm done with all the shields, all the memorials, all the wheats. I'm lacking like 2 Indian heads. Of course, I'm not going to have an 1856 Flying Eagle. It's almost kind of like why'd they even put it in the book? Dansko book, they didn't. In a Whitman folder, they do. Go figure. But then now into the large sense. Let's see. If I could get those 2 Indians, I would be complete with Indians. And then, how far back would I go being complete? I've got the 50s, 1850s covered. I would be complete. The next one that I would be missing would be 1840. So 184 years consecutive. If I could get those Indians, they'll be pricey. That being said, let's look at oldest one I got, 1820. I'll try and find an angle here that shows it off a little bit. That kind of does. 1820. Small date on this one. That means the 2 has like an extra little curl off the top that comes underneath the curved piece of the 2. The large date does not have that. Just in case there's any 1820 aficionados for large cents out there. I wish I could get a better view of that for you. Try and block some of them. There's a pretty good view right there. 1820 large cent. Matron head. Small date. And that is one I need for my book, my collection. So that got it upside down. It's got a slight die rotation on it too, as you can see. It's pretty slight. But wait, there's more. Got this 1839. In 1839, they made them in 2 different designs. This is the one that has the higher mintage, and this one's called a silly head. Because up here at the top of her head, it's more round with like a small dip in the hairline at the top. And then here at the back where the hair kind of wraps around the back of her neck, kind of the same thing. It's rounded, but it has that little bit of a inward deflection. There's 3 different types. There might be 4 types, but you might be thinking of the 39 over 38s. There's a silly head. I can look it up here. I think that's what you're thinking of. I'm thinking there's 2 major different designs. Head of 38, silly, booby, and braided hair. Yeah. You're on top of that. Yeah, I think that's the ones. Yeah, because the one that we're looking at there is the cornet hair or cornet head, and then they made it again also in 1839 as braided hair. The cornet head has, so what I was thinking was on this particular design, these three options, the fourth one being the other one. But there you can see the 1839 head of 1838, 1839 silly head, 1839 booby head. I don't know who names these. But yeah, you're right. That's the silly head though. They had it written silly. I don't know what they said down here. I couldn't really read that, but they were right the first time. I looked at it and confirmed it is a silly head. But it's very worn. It's probably a VG6, maybe an 8 at best. But I want to say this one being a lower mintage one, probably, probably had a little bit. So I was in about $90 to $100 on those two. Yeah, that's right. It did. Just like long ago, Nimrod wasn't a derogatory term. It was a great warrior, a great hunter. And then the third one is this 1873 Open 3 Indian head. This is an upgrade to my album. This is not filling a spot. This is an upgrade. But we can see it without getting drowned out. There you can kind of see. That's got a lot of the... It's full liberty. There's kind of muddy details in the feathers. About 2 diamonds total can be seen on the sash, and along the neckline there's the pearls there. That those are all really distinct. The tentacles are about 90% good. So it was marked as a VF XF. For the price that was charged, it needs to be about a 40. It's got a little bit of green, a little tarnish, a little bit of a rub on where the bow and the arrows and the oak leaves come together. Otherwise, the oak leaves have a lot of nice detail. The shield has full lines, and a lot of times the N in the word 1 on the back here, it got struck really weakly, but this one looks like it was a full strike. It didn't wear down or get that soft strike on it. So I had to jump on that one. That one cost more than these. We'll just put it that way. But it'll be an awesome addition to the album and a nice upgrade. I should say upgrade to the album, not addition. Of course, I'm adding it to the album, but it's just an upgrade, is what I'm trying to say. So don't know how many of that, how much of that was a repeat for everybody, but I wanted to show them off again. That's kind of what I'm going home with, coin-wise, in addition to some 2025 quarters that I have not yet seen. I've got at least 2 new additions to the book, maybe a third. But on these, I usually, as I'm hunting a box, if I'll find the P and the D I need for my album for each different design on the women's quarter. But then if I keep finding more, I will get the best of them that I can find out of circulation and create at least one tube for each. So perhaps try to very gently and carefully scrape the verdigris with a toothpick. If done properly, it leaves no scratches whatsoever. Yep, that is kind of my plan with that. That's no doubt as well. The fact that it's going to stay in my album is a kind of the big thing. I have on Coin and Making Sense auction a couple weeks ago, I picked up a 1900 Indian head that is probably the nicest in terms of detail and quality Indian head I will have in the collection. It may be nice enough that I want to get it graded. I'm already into it quite a bit, so I don't know. It would, if I felt like it could get a sufficient grade, it would be worth it, because it would easily be the most valuable, maybe not the most valuable. Now I think about it. I mean, I do 08S that I, or 09S that I have was pretty expensive, but I still think I got a decent deal on that one. But I don't want to talk about all the the value of things like that. I don't want to bore you to death with something like that. But I'm getting the wheat sense upgraded pretty nicely. Of course, I probably still have more wheat sets that could be upgraded than I don't, but in terms of having them like AUBU red, I'm missing just a couple in the 50s, a couple more in the 40s, and probably a third of the way into the 30s, I've got them looking nice. So goal obviously would be to have just a pristine set all the way, but I know that's not going to happen without literally thousands, if not $10,000 of effort there. I got other things to spend the money on, guys. It's just enjoying the hobby and getting a good deal when I can. I'm not disappointed with the deal I've got on these. So yeah, I got the round table pizza coming. That should be here any minute. Need to check and see. Oh, no, not quite yet. 356 to 411. So, do I have any key dates in there? Which ones? In the Indian heads? Or which group are we talking about, Tomic? It'll be a while. I don't think I'm going to be eating in front of you guys. But I'm actually not disappointed with getting it maybe an hour or two earlier than I was originally thinking, because I haven't had any lunch, and a little earlier dinner might help me, sleep better tonight, because I need my rest. I got to go beat my head against the wall again tomorrow and get some work done tonight to be ready for that. You mean in the wheats? Do I have any key dates in the wheats? I'm complete with my wheats. Sleeping is healthy. I try. I've been sleeping fine with the CPAP that I've got, that travels with me. And I've been getting like about 6 hours a night, which is pretty good for me. I haven't really gotten 7 hours yet, and I've been trying. So I don't know. And the 6.5 hours hasn't been like overly restful because I just feel like I'm out of my element when I'm on the road. So, but it used to be really bad before the CPAP. Man, I'm really out of my element and I'm not getting good sleep. So, at least the quality is better. But back to the wheats. I don't have any of the key dates in like AUBU condition. There's a few that are better, but like the 09S VDB is probably a fine 12, maybe 15. We'll call the fine 12. I had Rob Vine's Treasure verify it for me. Keith with Coin Crew verified it for me, and the guy that sold it had his buddy, who's another dealer, verify it for me. It's kind of a funny thing because he wanted to make the deal and take me over to only his buddy to verify it. And I'm like, I'm more willing to make the deal if we let your buddy tell me, and then I'll let my buddy tell me. I want to get somebody that I know and take their word for something like that. In that regard, Rob has been a huge help to me. Not only with that one, but with other things like the trade dollar that I got a couple years ago. That was really my first dive into like coins that might be hundreds, worth hundreds, He kind of helped me evaluate the 22 no D as well. So when I mean I'm complete, even the 22 no D. I still can't believe that I found that thing. I almost fell out of my chair on that one. 7 more likes. Keep it going. Severe sleep apnea. Yes. I never thought I could get used to having something strapped to my face to help me sleep. But mine is like it covers my mouth and lays against my nose like that rather than the full nose over mask. And then kind of straps in through here. But then there's tubes that come down here into the sides. And it attaches up here and rotates. So I'm a side sleeper and a back sleeper. So I can go one side to the other or on my back. I could probably sleep on my stomach. I used to, but I don't anymore. I got too much stomach. But I could sleep in any position that I like. And if I gotta have it, it's probably the best thing that I could have. Back to wheat cents. Obviously 09S VDB, one of the king of the wheat cents. I've got all the S mints and the teens, the 10s, the 11s, 12s, teens there. 14D, got that. BiPAP, you got CPAP one strong. Wow. Well, I'm hoping that getting some relief there and hopefully safer for you. That's some dangerous stuff. Got the 31S. Don't have a 55D DDO. So I do have all the 82s, but not an 82D small date. Of course, I don't have an 83 copper. If you want to see one of those, go over to Rob Vine's Treasure. He helped out a 13-year-old boy in Kentucky verify his. Amazing find. Puts my finds to shame. Yeah, beyond those, I mean, there's obviously a few others that are worth a little better money. even in rough condition, that they're there. So being copper owl and pennies, that's the reason why I went. When my wife and I were kicking around names, and she actually kind of helped finalize it. She kind of threw it out there. I liked it a lot, weighed it against others, and we decided, yeah, that's a good way to go. It marries with the original coins that my great grandmother would let me get into a Folgers tin can and get out were wheat cents and Indian head cents, and so I was hooked. So to have the full Lincoln set now, and the Indian heads, I couldn't have dreamed that I would be this close to having all them. Out of curiosity, why owl? Okay. It's maybe like a little more timely when we came up with it, but it's not like I had like an owl obsession, like collecting or anything like that. But when I was in helping lead Cub Scout pack and Boy Scout troop in Boy Scouts, and oddly enough, one of the guys that did this with me was in very early today, Paul Brenneman. If you see him, tell him hello. Together, we went through a training course called Wood Badge. It's an adult training course for learning a great deal about Scouts in general through all ages. And it's a really impactful training course. If you were to take out the Scout aspect of it and put it into a corporate environment, for the money that I spent on this, it's better than most corporate training I've ever received. So, hey, good night, David Rubin. Thank you so much. So that doesn't quite explain the owl piece. When you're going through Wood Badge, you probably have 40 to 50 people going through it, and they subdivide the entire group into different patrols, because Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts use a patrol method. Well, especially Boy Scouts use a patrol method to make things work. And each patrol is assigned a animal critter. There's bobwhite, there's eagle, there's bear, there's fox. My group were the owls. Big surprise there. So Paul Brenneman earlier was in my patrol, and he's a guy at the time who was at our Scout reservation that I would always run into. And when my boys were in like the honor tribe, and they would go to things like, ceremonial dance practices, he was always there. Somebody that I looked up to, and it was fun to go through it with him. And we became friends after that, or during that. Really, the 5 people that I went through the patrol with, we don't talk as much as we used to, but we all have that connection, because you definitely go through it and you build some bonds there. But we're all proudly owls. And it's kind of like almost like a college type relationship with, like I went to K-State, obviously, and proud Wildcat. Well, K-State knows K-State out there in the world, right? So, we're all Wildcats together. Like a lot of different colleges do that. This kind of has that same feel, because owls kind of recognize owls, and foxes recognize foxes out there, and they kind of give the other critters a little bit of bad time. but together, they're that critter. So that kind of gives a long-winded description of why owls. But owls meant a lot to me at that time. It played a big role in a lot of things I do now. That training, it went beyond the scouts. So love of the Indian head and wheat sense, and merged that with the owl. It sounded pretty cool together, so we went with it. Hello, Robert Sprite. Welcome in. So, and of course, the copper piece is kind of the nod to my great grandmother as well. So, the name has a lot of meaning in it for me. When you see my channel sticker, there's a lot of meaning that's buried in there. It's great to have you here, Robert Sprite. Welcome in. Hopefully you'll stop by again. We're getting close to wrapping up, probably in the next 10 minutes. So hopefully you'll come back another time when we will have some coins to hunt and such. Let's look and see how we're doing on the likes, guys. Can we get there? If we're going to get there, I want to get there real soon, because then I want to run the giveaway and still have time. How are we doing? 96. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. You're doing good. So anyway, yeah. The channel sticker, I mean, the owl was kind of randomly picked. I want to do that. I really do, Tommy. I really do. I know you've been busy and I've been really busy. I'm not sure how soon that's going to change. So maybe email me some times that look like they might be coming up where you might be available. Maybe we can do that. I've got like a 5th year stream anniversary coming up next month, middle of next month. God, it's almost a month away. Maybe we can do something around that. Maybe a little bit afterward. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. Okay. Mine just part of this, part of my uncertainty, let's just say, is that in doing this coin thing so often on Sundays, it does take away almost a full day from my weekend to do things with family. Just so everybody here kind of understands, I'm other things that I've been considering change-wise on the stream, besides like maybe only doing the 50 likes and the 100 likes. Maybe doing a foreign coin to start off the EOS and then add to it with others. A lot of those are moves to continue to give you guys good stuff, a variety of stuff, but also to help me deal with the fact that silver has just gone up. I mean, name a business that hasn't increased their price on anything. That's here. But I do have to shift the goodies that I give away to be able to stay within the challenges of silver going up so dramatically, like over doubling in the last year. So your cost can't double without your income to support it. So I'm looking for ways to not increase the cost if I can help it, but I may have to. I may have to go through a little bit of a price shift. We can always go back if the cost were to, go down substantially. But I think everybody's got the feeling the silver is going to be where it's going to be. One of the other items that I've been kicking around and I haven't made any decisions on yet is, should I stream every single weekend in a month? No. There are exceptions, like this weekend where I'm out of town. I couldn't get anything to hunt, but I am streaming anyway. Just this long discussion with you guys, and I've really appreciated today. I probably needed today more than I realized. So I'm glad we did it. Maybe I do coin streams 3 weekends out of the month and take the 4th for family. Maybe I trim it back to every other week. These are things I'm thinking about. I don't want to give this up. I think we got a good thing going. But honestly, it was never meant to be a job. And I don't feel like it's necessarily a job. I feel like it's a aspect of the hobby that I really enjoy doing. Yes, there's some work in the background. I mean, I have to report it on my taxes. It's been that successful. Even as a break-even entity, which we pretty much have been since we started, breaking even is challenging right now. So a few tweaks here and there, that's the big thing. I won't sacrifice family for this. And I don't think anybody out there would. I don't think anybody would suggest that I do. But I've got to find some balance there. Maybe more than I've had. Maybe my sense of balance was a little skewed. And this is not coming from a position of demands being made or anything like that. This is me voluntarily looking at the landscape and saying, is it right? Is it functional? Can I support what I need to support and what I want to support? This is a want. I don't have to do this. So anyway, let's do another check on the likes here, guys, and see if we've gotten any closer. I don't mean to go on and on about that. We're still at 96, but you know what? When I was in high school playing football, I appreciate that, Lisa. And Torchy, maybe do it every second Sunday. I mean, I don't want to do it once a month, but maybe that would be the weekend off. I don't know. We'll see. I have enjoyed every second week. I see what you're saying. I have really enjoyed a little bit of downtime in the last couple weeks. And that almost drove me not to do this stream today, just to continue that. But then it would be like, you'd be getting close to 3 weeks. If I start doing that, then it might be just really strange. So I'm kind of giving I'm using this opportunity to see if the every other week could work. Right now, it kind of feels like it. We just got a lot going on at the house. Like next weekend, my job is good enough to where I was able to replace a couple of the beds in our house, including ours in Miss Nell and I's room. Trying to help our backs, honestly. Her back has a lot of pain, and I'm trying to do what I can because I'm no doctor. I can't fix her back, but I can try to make where we spend time more comfortable. Yeah, I get that, KJ. And honestly, that kind of hits on a nerve thing for me. I know that we can't always avoid one another, and I overrun going around a lot. I don't mean to, um, but nobody, like Foster's, me, and Coinan, we didn't arrange for the lineup that we have on a Sunday. Coin Crew gave me crap about streaming over top of him once. And it was like, hey, dude, I was actually in this time slot before you. So don't give me the crap about it. But I don't begrudge him for it. There's only so many hours in the day. You got to do it when you can. And I know we share some people. And there's people over there that I'd like to come over here, but they don't. Either way, we kind of get ours. It doesn't make that big of a deal to me. It's when I see gambling channels specifically target time slots to take advantage of people. That kind of upsets me. Before we go, let's do a 100 like giveaway. I know we're kind of not quite there last I checked, but we were at 96, and like I was saying, 96 used to be my football number, so we'll go with it. Crazy Jim, how we doing? John Chum Adventures, welcome in. Let's do this giveaway, and then we'll get out of here, guys, because Coin Around is just about ready to start, and the pizza will be here probably in 10, 15 minutes after that. So that, and I'm getting thirsty. I've only taken like 2 drinks this whole time. But I hope most of you will understand my feelings and position on most of these things. And I think you guys will still support it. Even if I cut back to doing this half the time. These are not entirely decisions driven by the price of silver or the cost of it or anything like that. Believe me, the cost of family is higher than the cost of silver. And in the last 2 years specifically, I've had work to do there. Yeah. I don't want this to take place of anything else. And quite honestly, it has. And sometimes I felt like I could do enough family to afford to do this, but sometimes they just have to be the bigger priority. And that's not easy for everybody to digest. And it's kind of harder because, I'm used to doing this, and it's what I like to do. It again, don't need it for the income. I do it for the fun, even though there's work involved. I consider it just an investment in what's fun. But yeah, gotta keep the balance in life to make it all work, if you know what I mean. So I don't think a little less here for a little more family would be a bad thing. We've got things we got to do around our place. So there's a number of little tweaks that we're talking about. 99, good enough for me. We did it at 97. We'll be good. Thank you for getting us to right up there against 100, guys, if we're not there already. Got a few seconds left. Let me go ahead and add that. Let me add that screen up here so we can see it. We'll do this giveaway and then we'll get out of here. I don't have the traditional, thank you screen or anything like that. But okay, we've got 19 people in. So good luck to the 19 that got in, and thanks for hanging out today. I'm gonna pick that winner. It's gonna be crazy for Jim, or Crazy Jim. We know that's crazy for Jim. Congratulations, Crazy Jim. Probably looking at like a dime or a war nickel or something like that. If you want me to do something else with it, you just let me know. But congratulations, Crazy for Jim / Crazy Jim. I need a nap so bad. David Carlisle, I don't know when you sleep, so yes, take a nap. You're on every time I'm on. I see a stream on, so there you go. That sounds good, Tomic. Let's figure that out. I'm sorry that it's taken so long. You know me. Thank you, Fosters. That's awesome to hear. Sometimes it's just good to read it. So, yeah, wasn't planning on like getting borderline emotional there, but sometimes. So, guys, it's been a fun time. We're gonna get out of here so Pointed Around can get his stream going here. And Chat Made Pizza is great. I hope it is too. I hope we get some rest. And thank you, Exod. We will see you around. And I think I've still got a few little tricks up my sleeve here. So,
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
A good question. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 3.
If there's anything I can't stand, it's a smart owl.
Well, you still got one here. So, anyway, let's say goodnight. And I think there's a moose that has something to say. And we'll shut her down. Thanks for hanging with us, guys. Thanks for your insights and thoughts and feelings on some things that we asked about today. It has been a good thing to hear back from you. So, what's the moose got to say?
Sorry, folks, we're closed for 2 weeks to clean and repair America's favorite family fun park. Sorry.
All right, guys. We will see you in the streams over at Coining Around tonight and elsewhere during the week. Thanks for hanging, and good night. God bless.